Hello children, this is the second video for this particular chapter. In the first video I explained to you in detail about what are shares and dividend, what exactly is a share and how actually it is available in the market. I explained to you the whole system in how where the share or how the share is working, how dividend is received by the shareholders. I gave you a I explained to you that very big story about the shares in the market, how the value of that shares keep on increasing or in some cases keeps on decreasing. And then I also explained to you what is nominal value, market value, investment, dividend percent, dividend, annual income, investment. All this explanation is what I also told you. And I also, in the end of the video, in the first video, I explained to you how to recognize from the question what is what. For example, how to recognize what is nominal value, what is market value, what is dividend percent. That is what is very important. Yes, I also gave you 4 formulas. I gave you formulas where you have to find step by step dividend on one share, then after that number of shares, then after that annual income, and then last one was percentage return. Then do not forget what is the meaning of premiums and discounts. Premiums are given so that you can calculate market value. So premium means the price will go higher, and discount means the price of the value, price of that your share will go down, and at par means the share price, that is nominal value and market values are same. Now moving further, now I said in the previous video also, and by the way I want you to see, in fact if you did not see that previous video, I want you to see. I'll be putting the link in the description. You see that first previous video, video number 1 or part 1 of shares and dividend, and then you will get to know actually what I am talking about just now. Alright, now moving further, I said in the previous video also that there are primarily you can divide your shares and dividend question into 4 different kind of question, 4 different types. Even though you can divide, you may just no, there are 10 types or 12 types you can say, but then you know there are main 4 types, and this very 4 types only is what can be again further subdivided into other kind. Now since our formulas, we have just 4 formulas, and this is all about that adjustment of those things which are given to you, data which are given to you in the question only, that adjustment only is what you have to do. And always try to move in the same sequence which I have given you in the formula. First try to find what is dividend one share, whether it's asked or not asked, try to find that. Then after that number of shares, sometime given in the question, if not given then try to find out number of shares by dividing investment by market value. Then thirdly, annual income may be asked, find out annual income. Annual income means that number 1 and number 2 formula you have to multiply dividend one share into number of share. And finally, if percentage return on investment is given, then you have to again take that number 1 dividend one share divided by market value into 100. Now I think if I am going by your exercise, then your exercise I have given questions all in different orders. So at best what I'll do now is I'll be taking some board questions initially. Now I'll also be solving questions from your exercise, and I'll categorize and I'll tell you what these 4 different types of questions are. So in fact this board question, latest board question, I think I'll call it as 5 years question. They suppose 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016. I'm going to put that download link also in the description. You can download it and see. I'm going to solve some of them. So 2020 question also, let me solve it. This is the latest question that we have, so then you'll understand actually. So why am I starting with the board question is because you will get to feel what type of question, how difficult or how easy. And usually if you see the board question, they are all very simple and easy. You might be having questions in your book which are, some of which are very tough. I'm going to tackle some of them, and some I'm going to give it for you to do. Alright, then let me start now with different questions which have been asked in the board exam. Now what are the different questions which has been asked in the board exam? Yeah, let me first start with Icse 2018. Yeah, I'm going to put the question also there, so I'm not going to write what the question is, but let me read now what is 2018. This is Icse 2018 question. Now read the question again and again, write down things which are given, what is nominal value, what is market value, what is investment, whatever is given to you, first you list it down. It will be easy for you to solve. I am reading now the question. A man invests rupees 22,500 in rupees 50 shares available at 10% discount. If the dividend paid by the company is 12%, calculate. Now there are 3 questions which are asked. The first question which is asked is find the number of shares purchased. Number 2 is the annual dividend. Annual dividend means annual income. That is here formula number 3, which I gave you last time. Then number 3, the rate of return he gets on his investment. That means how much return he is getting, means percentage return. You are asked to find that fourth one. So I am starting with a simple question, the first type of question, and the most common, if you see in the board exam, the most common question is this type of question, which has come in 2018. Now by reading the question, now I'll list down things which are given. Okay, it is written, a man invests 22,500. So it's very, very clear from the question that investment is, here I'll write, investment is rupees 22,800. So this is what is the investment, sorry, 500, 22,500. Then in rupees 50 shares, in the last class I told you rupees dash share, if it is written means this is given for nominal value. So I told you one of the trick to understand what is nominal value is that rupees 50 shares, rupees 100 shares, rupees 20 shares, when it is given in this form. So it is written here rupees 50 shares means that is what is nominal value. So nominal value is rupees 50. Available at a discount of 10%. So you know that discounts are given so that you can calculate market value. Last time also I told you that discount premiums are given so that you can calculate market value. So now let me write down market value. Market value is nominal value, discount means minus. So nominal value minus discount, but discount is not given in rupees. Discount is given in percentage, 10%. There it is, 10% of 50. So 50 rupees is the nominal value and 10% of 50. Let's see how much is that. 0 and 0, 0 and 0 is cancelled. So it is 5 rupees. So 50 minus 5, 45 rupees is what is the market value. Then if the company is paying 12%, so dividend percent, not discount percent, this is dividend percent is what is 12%. Okay. Now the question is asking you, what is the number of shares? What is the annual? So now, rather than directly finding that, now as I told you, I'll go by the sequence of formulas which I have given you. So even though may not be asked, I'll find out because this dividend on one share is required almost everywhere. So first formula number 1 is dividend on one share. Here, let me write down dividend on one share. The formula, first number 1 formula is this, and the formula is dividend percent by 100 into nominal value. Yeah, I'm writing the formula because since there had been a gap of around 1 week, that's why I'm writing a formula for you. But now from the second question on directly I'll write the value, dividend percent, nominal value. So you should know the formulas. You have, I know that you have studied the formula, you know the formula. Or even if you do around 5-10 questions, you know formula will stay in your mind. So dividend percent by 100 into nominal value. So dividend percent, as you can see, is 12% by 100 into nominal value is what is 50. So as I cancel this 2, so there you are. So that means the company is paying 6 rupees on one share. So the dividend given by the company for one share is 6 rupees. So I think now I'll get the answer to the first question which is asked. The first question which is asked in the question is find the number of shares. In fact, in my formula, this number of share was formula number 2. But since in your question, this is asked as question number 1. So let me now find out number of shares. And the formula for number of share is investment by market value. If you look at the formula, this is what it is. Investment by market value is what is number of shares. So investment is there. So which is 22,500 is the investment. And market value is what you have calculated as 45. Now I'm going to cancel them and find out. So 5 will go here 9 times, 5 4 20, 5 5 25, 0 and 0, 9 will cancel here 5. So there you are. Total number of shares purchased is 500. So this is what is the answer to question number 1. What is the number of shares purchased? So there he had purchased 500 shares. Next question is what is the annual dividend? That is what is our formula number 3. In my formula that is number 3. But here the question was, first question was this, second question was this. Yeah, this was what I see. I'm going according to my formula. Number 1, 2, 3. Number 1 was not asked. That is why I simply solved only, but I have not numbered it. Why am I numbering? Because this is what is asked in the question paper. In the question paper, number 1 is asked this, number 2 is asked annual income. So let me write annual income in full words. Later on, I'll be writing annual income as simply as A.I. And annual income formula, if you see, then it's a multiplication between these two. Dividend on one share into number of share. Here it is. Dividend on one share, multiply this with number of shares. If you multiply the two, then you are going to get the annual income. Then dividend on one share, I have already calculated. Dividend on one share is 6 rupees. So there 6 rupees into number of shares. Just now we calculate number of shares, 500. So if I multiply this, so there you are, 6 into 5, 30, 0. So that means the company is giving 3,000 rupees as the annual income for this particular person. This is what is question number 2 in our question paper. Now there is one more question. Yeah, third question is asked is, find what is the percentage return. Yeah, now I'll write percentage return. So this is what is our fourth formula, but here it is 3 because that is the pattern of question. So in fact the third question is what is percentage return. What a formula I have given you for percentage return? It is dividend on one share divided by market value into 100. If you use this formula, then that is what is going to give you a percentage return on investment. And by the way, the question is also saying, give your answer correct to the nearest whole number. In case if the answer is coming in decimal, round it off to the nearest whole number. So let's see, dividend on one share. There you are, dividend on one share is 6 rupees. I'll write this 6. Market value is what is 45 rupees. So I'll write this as 45. And since I'm calculating in percentage, so I'll multiply this with 100. So then there we go, 3, 2 and 3 will go here 15. Then 5 will go here 3 times, 5 will go here 20. So that is what is 40 by 3. So 40 by 3, if I convert this into decimal, so it is 1, 3 and 3. So that is what is coming 13.3%. But then since it is saying round it off to the nearest whole number, 0.3. Since 3 is less than 5, so when I round off, this is what will be equal to 13%. So there it is, rounding off, or I am calculating the answer correct to the nearest whole number. 13.3 will become 13%. This is what is your Icse 2018. Yeah, going on to the next type of question now. If I go to the next type of question, then I think I'll pick this 2020 question. So this year's question, this year's March question. Let's see what that is. A company with 500 shares. Okay, so by the way, let me write down things which are given. 500 shares. As you can see, 500, neither rupees is there in front nor percentage there at the back. So that 500 is what is number of shares. So I'll write down here shares. This is number of shares is 500. Of nominal value rupees 120. So clearly mentioned that nominal value is rupees 120, rupees 120. Declares an annual dividend of 15%. So there you are, dividend percent is declared as 15%. So these are the three things which are given. Now the first question, calculate the total amount of dividend paid by the company. Total amount of dividend paid by the company, meaning total dividend means annual income. That formula number 3. But for formula number 3, I need number 1 and number 2. So without even looking at what the question is asking, I need number 1, I need number 2, then only I can go to number 3. And the next question which is asked actually is, what is the annual income of Mr. Sharma who holds 80 shares? Now different shareholders are there, so many different shareholders. Now what is given here may give you some other, as you can see, 500 shares, but for Mr. Sharma, he has only 50 shares. Sorry, 80 shares. So since we have to calculate for 80 shares, so separately now we have to find annual income for Mr. Sharma. If the return percent of Mr. Sharma from the shares is 10%, find the market value of the shares. Okay, now here only we are actually doing this question only for the fact that the question is telling us to calculate market value. So that's why I will categorize this question as the second type of question. Now why second type? You are given percentage return. Usually number 3 and number 4 is what is missing. Number 3 is annual income and number 4 is percentage return. But whenever annual income and percentage returns are given, if in any question, if annual income is given to you, in this question is not given, you are asked to find. Or if a percentage return is given, that formula number 4, percentage return is given to you, means definitely one very vital thing which is required will be missing here. Maybe nominal value will be missing, maybe number of shares will be missing, maybe investment will be missing, maybe dividend percent will be missing, maybe market value will be missing. In this question, they have given percentage return. If they have given percentage return, means something will be missing. And what is missing? The question is telling you, find what is the market value. Now we don't know what the market value is. Now see, for that, how to calculate, I'll just show you. But then as I said, I'll move on the same way. First, I'll find what is the dividend on one share. Now I'm not going to write the formula, you know the formula now. Dividend one share formula is dividend percent by 100 into nominal value. Dividend percent is 15 over 100 into nominal value is 120. 0 and 0 is gone. 5 will go here 2 times, 5 will go here 3 times, 2 is cancelling here 6 times. So there you are. On one share the company is giving 18 rupees. Then let me find out now what is the number of shares. But why will I find number of shares? Number of shares already given to you 500. So I don't need to find out what is number of shares. That number 2 formula I don't need to use because number of shares already given 500. Then now I'll answer the first question, and the first question is telling you find what is annual income, and annual income is dividend on one share into number of share. Again here also I am not writing the formula, so you know dividend on one share is 18 rupees into number of shares. Number of share is 500. So if I multiply, I'll get the total dividend. Don't forget, question number 1 is asking what is the total dividend. Total dividend means annual income. Then as I multiply this 0 and 0, this is what is there. 9,000 rupees is what is the total dividend announced by the company, because here we are doing for the company. But the question is also asking you for Mr. Sharma. For Mr. Sharma, he has number of shares. Only he is holding only 80 shares of this company. So for him the annual income is different from what is the annual income of the company, because he has only 80 shares. The company had 500 shares total, but then this Mr. Sharma had only 80 shares. So that means if I want to find out number 2, in fact now I am answering question number 2 for Mr. Sharma. So question number 2 is saying what is the annual income of Mr. Sharma. So if I want to find annual income of Mr. Sharma, again dividend on one share. Dividend on one share, same dividend is what the company is giving to everyone. So even Mr. Sharma is getting the same dividend on one share. So dividend on one share is 18 rupees and Mr. Sharma has 80 shares. Here this was the total share of the company, but Mr. Sharma had only 80 shares. So I'll multiply 80 with 18. So as I multiply, so there you are. So 1,440 rupees is what is the annual income or the total dividend of Mr. Sharma. Now the third question is telling you to calculate market value, and what they have given, if the return percentage return is given. Okay, to go to the third question, percentage return is given to you. Usually that is what is asked, but here in this question you are given percentage return, and the percentage return is what is 10%. And the question is now telling you find what is the market value. Since percentage return is given, let's write down the formula of percentage return. See, I am going to write the formula. Percentage return is equal to dividend on one share over market value into 100. Okay, since I know what is percentage return, there it is 10%. Dividend on one share also I have calculated already there. Market value I don't know, 100. So by cross multiplication I'll get the market value. So question is asking you to find the market value. So this is how you have to calculate the missing data. So percentage return, let me write down just below this 10%. Dividend one share we got 18, so let me write down the 18. Market value we don't know, so let me write market value as MV and into 100. So if you cross multiply, so it is 10 into market value is what is 1800. So if I cancel 0 and 0 both side, or 10 is going and dividing that side, so there you are, your market value of the share is 180 rupees. So this is how you do the question. This is your Icse 2020, this year's question. Yeah, so you saw now this is the second type. Second type I am saying only because of this one, because percentage return is given, and one of the, see, I might be doing only where market value is missing. In some question, you know, dividend percent will be missing. There, whatever is missing, you take it as X. Here, market value also you could have taken as X. Cross multiply and get the value of X, and X means that missing market value. Sometimes nominal value will be missing, take it as X, let the nominal value be X, and keep on proceeding, and either annual income will be given to you or percentage return will be given to you. Applying the formula and cross multiplying, you will get the missing data. This is how you have to solve questions where some vital information is missing, but number 3 or number 4, that is annual income or percentage return, will be given to you. Now going on to the next type, next Icse question. So let me discuss the third type now. Let me go to Icse 2017 question. So it says, how much should a man invest? So you can see investment is missing. Now how much should a man invest? Means investment is missing on rupees 50 shares. So on rupees 50 shares. So rupees 50 shares. So that is what is nominal value on rupees 50 shares. Selling at rupees 60. Selling at, so at what is there at in the front. So market value is rupees 60. So that is what is market value. To obtain an annual income. So now you can see again like type 2. This is also like type 2 only. So this is what is 450 annual income, and dividend percent is 10%. So dividend percent 10. Also find is yield percent to the nearest whole number. That means the question is not only telling you to find investment, the question is telling you to find investment, the question is also telling you to find percentage return. Two things are asked: percentage return and investment. Okay, so nominal value is given, dividend percent is also given, annual income is also given. So what I'll do now is, first, like always, let me find out what is dividend on one share. And the formula for dividend on one share is dividend percent by 100 into nominal value. Nominal value is 50. And this will go 2, this will go 5. So the company is giving 5 rupees for one share. Then next, let me find number of shares. And number of shares is investment by market value. Now investment, as you can see, is missing. So yeah, let investment be X. I told you in the previous question also, whatever is missing, because annual income is given, you can see annual income is given. I told you either annual income will be given or percentage return will be given. So if annual income is given, then one vital data is missing. So that the vital data here is investment missing. So how to calculate investment? Take it as X. So number of share is investment by market value, and market value is 60. Then now let me write down annual income, because annual income is given to you. Annual income is here 450, and the formula for annual income is dividend on one share into number of shares. Now write down things which you know. Annual income is known to you. Annual income is 450. Dividend one share also is known to you, 5, and number of share is X by 60. Now from here, as I solve, I'll get this missing value X. So 5 will cancel here 12 times. So if you cross multiply, X will come here 450 into 12. So X is the investment. So yeah, investment is equal to, as I multiply, 0, 12, 5, 60, 12, 4 is 48. So there you are. So 5,400 was what was his total investment. But there is, I think, one more question. Yeah, the question is also telling you find what is the percentage return. Now to find the percentage return, you need dividend one share. So you need dividend one share, which is already calculated. Then you need market value, which you already have, and into 100. So here it is, percentage return. Percentage return is what is the second part of the question. Percentage return is equal to dividend one share. How much is the dividend one share? Dividend one share is 5 rupees by market value. The market value is 60 into 100. And give your answer to the nearest whole number. Like in the previous question here also, they are telling you to calculate to the nearest whole number. 0 and 0 is gone. 2, 3 and 2, 5. So this is what is 25 by 3. So 25 by 3 means 3, 8, 24, 3. So it is coming 8.3%. But nearest whole number again 0.3 came, is less than 5. So this is what is 8%. So that to the nearest whole number, it is what is 8%. Yeah, let me now do the other kind of question. That is the third type of question, I'll call it. And this type of question, as I said in the previous class also, will become a little lengthy, and they are you have to do very, very systematically, very step by step. You should not leave even a single step, because if one single step is missing, or if you miss one single step, then again you will never be getting the answer. Now let's see then how to solve question based on cell proceed. So I'll be requiring a lot of space, so let me rub the whole board. Okay, so now your cell proceed type of question, the latest ICSE question cell type of question is 2019. So this is ICSE 2019 question. Okay, and now listen, what is the question about? Sachin invests rupees 8,500 in 10% rupees 100 shares at rupees 170. So Sachin has this share all 1800 and all, we will discuss that. But see what he does, he sells the shares when the price of each share rises by 30 rupees. The price of the share went up by 30 rupees. Then he sold all the share, whatever share he had, he sold it. After selling the share, now whatever money is coming to him, that money which comes to him after selling the share is called sell proceed. So that is why I am talking about sell proceed type of question, sell proceed. So sell proceed is the money which comes to him after selling the share. So what he does with that money, sell proceed money, now he goes and buys another company's share. He goes and buys the second company's share. So now two companies are involved. Already he had one company share, the first company. He sold all the shares. Then again that money which he is getting now, with that he is buying the second share. Then what it is written? He invests the proceed in 12% rupees 100 shares at rupees 125. So now he is putting the money in the second share. And the question is telling find the sell proceed. So first one, sell proceed. Then second one, number of rupees 125 shares he bought. So 125 shares is the second share. How many second share he bought? That is the second question. And what is his change in annual income? Now whenever two shares are involved or in this kind of sell proceed type of question, always do it by this method. Say, give the heading first share. So now do whatever related to the first share, you do with left side of your paper in your answer script also when you are solving. And on the right hand side, second share, the second type of share which he is buying. Now all data about first share I'll write here, and all data about the second share I'm going to write there. So now what are given about the second share? Sachin invest. So for the first share, investment is rupees 8,500 for the first share. 10%, so that is dividend percent is what is 10%. Rupees 100 share means nominal value is rupees 100 at 170. So market value is rupees 170. Okay, he sells the share when the price rises by 30. Okay, now first let me calculate what is the annual income. So like the previous question, now how we calculate annual income? Annual income is the third formula. First formula is dividend one share, second formula is number of share, third formula is annual income. So I'll find annual income. Why I need to find annual income? Because the question is asking you, the third question is asking you, what is the change in income? So this income and this income, I have to calculate annual income for both the share. And what is the change in income? The difference of the two income is what I have to find. The subtraction between the income of the two, first share and second share. That is what is going to give me the third answer to the third question. So that's why I need to find annual income. So that's why again I'll proceed the same way. First I'll find what is dividend on one share. And the formula for dividend on one share is dividend percent by 100 into nominal value, which is also 100. So 10 rupees is what is the dividend on one share. Next one, let me find out what is the number of shares. Number of shares is investment by market value. Investment is 8,500 and market value is 170. So if I cancel this, 17 into 5 is 85. So there you are. So the total number of shares he had purchased is 50. Then next, I have dividend on one share, I have number of shares. Then I'll now calculate what is the annual income of this share. And you know annual income is the multiplication of these two, dividend on one share into number of share. So dividend on one share is 10 and number of share is 50. So there you are. So the company is giving 500 as the annual income for this first share. But this man is selling this share. Now when I say this man, I think this man is Sachin. Sachin is selling the share. And when he is selling the share, when the price of the share rises by 30, when the price of the share goes up by 30 rupees, so the previous share price was 170, now it went up by 30 rupees. So that is why the money that is coming to him by selling the share is called sell proceed. In fact, this is what is your question number 1. What is the sell proceed? Sell proceed means the money which is coming to him by selling the share. Now the first thing is, at what price did he sell the share? He sold the share when the price rose by 30. Previously the price was 170, now price rose by 30, means now the price of one share that he will be selling is 170 increased by 30. This is the price at which he is selling one share. but altogether he has 50 shares. This is the price of one share, increased by 30, and he sold all his 50 shares. All 50 shares he sells. One share he is getting 200 rupees, 170 plus 30 is 200, and he sells one share at 50 rupees. Sorry, one share he is selling at 200, and he had altogether 50 shares. And if you multiply this, that is the total money which is coming to him. So if I multiply 200 into 50, so that is 0, 0, then 0. Yeah, this is the money that he will get by selling all the shares, whatever shares he has. This is what is called sell proceed. Now what is the question saying? With this money, 10,000 rupees which he is getting now he takes this money and now he buys the second share. And you know that the money which is put to buy the share is called investment. So what is the sell proceed in the first share will become the investment of the second share. Now this sell proceed which I have calculated now, I'll make this as investment in the second share. So investment in the second share is 10,000. So his sell proceed will become the investment there now. Now then let's write down things about the second share. He invests the proceed in 12%. So there dividend percent is 12%. Then rupees 100 shares. So nominal value is rupees 100 at 125, means market value is 125. So now I have everything which is required to calculate the annual income. Again I need to calculate the annual income of the second share. So here also I'll do the same thing. First I'll find dividend on one share, then number of shares, then annual income. So let's calculate. First I'll find dividend on one share. Dividend one share is dividend percent by 100 into nominal value. So nominal value is 100. So there it is. The company is paying 12 rupees per one share. Then let's find out what is the number of shares. So I think our second question was, what is the number of rupees 125? This share, second share. What is the number of rupees 125 shares bought? Meaning how many shares did you buy? The second share, number of shares. And the number of shares formula is investment by market value. Investment is 10,000 and market value is 125. As you can see, market value 125. So let's see now. 25 will go here 5 times, 25 will go here 400 times, 5 will go here 8. So there you are. So that means the total number of shares he is able to purchase. This is what is 80. Then let's find out what is annual income. Annual income is dividend on one share into number of shares. So dividend one share is 12 rupees and number of shares 80. So as you multiply, so there you are, 960 rupees. Okay, now the third question was asking you, what is the change in income? Now you have to understand, previous income was, okay, let's see, previous annual income was 500 rupees. Yeah. Now the income for this share is 960. Now there has been a change in income. But then you know there are two kind of change. One change is increase and the other change is decrease. So 500 has become 960. So the change actually is the increase. Because sometimes if this value is less than this value, then you can say decrease. So change has taken place, and what is the change? Subtract the two. So let's subtract. So there 960, if you subtract 500, so there you are, 460 rupees is what is the change in income. Yeah, primarily this is the third type of question. One more type of question I would say is about how do you know out of the two income, which income is a better income, which share is a better share. There are two kind of shares will be given to you. You'll see, I think your exercise has plenty of questions like that. I'll discuss that 4 type of question there only. Now you will see that whatever may be the question, all different types of questions which are given there in your book, and since it was not arranged properly, and that is why in my own sequence, in my own way, I have arranged this, so that what we can do, we can find out what are the different kinds of questions which are asked in the board exam. But now what I'll do is I'll be selectively taking some questions from your exercises and solve. Now let us see questions from your book, Good Luck book. Good Luck publication. Now sales and dividend is your chapter 3, so this is what your exercise 3 are. Yeah, based on the 3 types of questions, you'll see almost every question that will come across in this exercise are this 3 type, except for the 4 that I said already. One more type is there, 4 types. So I think here in your exercises it is question number 11. I'm going to do that, but please understand that mostly many a times you know that this 4th type of question is very rarely it is asked in your ICSE, but usually the question which are asked in your ICSE is either of type 1 or type 2 or of type 3, which I have already mentioned in the previous board question when I discussed. Now you will see almost every question which is here, since you will have the book, you just check it. All questions are similar. Okay, now just to give you about field, now since I have already discussed different types, now it will be easy for you to understand your question from this exercise 3 now. See, the first question is, a man bought 600 shares. So I'll write, so the number of shares that he had bought is 600. Of face value, par value, nominal value, they are the same thing. So here nominal value is rupees 100. If the company issues this share at 15% premiums, okay, premiums and discounts are given so then you can calculate market value. So that's why here premium means I have to add, so it is nominal value plus 15% premium, 15 by 100 into nominal value. Nominal value is also 100. 100 cancelled, so 100 plus 15, 115 rupees is what is your market value. Calculate the investment to buy this share. Okay, so question is so simple that now the question is asking you to find investment. So now investment formula I have not given you, but one formula which I have given you where investment was, so number of shares, this is formula number 2. Number of shares is investment by market value. I think now you will get investment if you have market value and number of shares. I think we have both. Number of shares there 600, then investment is what we are looking for, and market value just now we calculated 115. So cross multiply now. So investment is 115 into 600. So this is what is going to give you your answer. So let's multiply now. So 0, 0, 6, 5, 30, 616, 9, 616. So there you are. 69,000 is what is the investment. This is your question number 1. Almost all questions are similar. Okay, let's see now, even though we have done already this type of question, so I'll just show you now what this question number 10 is about. A man buys shares at a par value. So you know par value is what is nominal value. So I'll write nominal value is rupees 20. Par value of rupees 20, yielding 12%. So yielding means dividend percent is 12%. At the end of a year, find the number of shares bought. So you have to find what is the number of shares. So we don't know what is the number of shares. So number of shares is not known to us. So that is what is missing. Number of shares bought if he receives dividend of rupees 300. Dividend he is receiving means that is what his annual income is. Okay, now you can see annual income is given means something very vital would be missing. Maybe market value will be missing, nominal value will be missing, investment will be missing, number of share will be missing. Here in this case number of share is missing. So since dividend percent nominal value is given, let me find what is dividend on one share. Dividend one share is dividend percent by 100 into nominal value. So this will go a 5. So do not convert into decimal, let it be this only, even though it will come 2.4. So I'll keep it in fraction form only. So 12 by 5 is what the dividend one share. Next step is number of shares. But number of share we don't know. That is what the question is telling us to calculate. Now number of share, what it is, as the vital this one is missing, so let it be X. Then since annual income is given to you, let me now write down the formula of annual income. Annual income formula is dividend on one share into number of shares. Now see how easy it is to calculate the number of shares. The question is asking you to find this. Dividend one share you have calculated, annual income is also given in the question. So now write down 300 is the annual income, dividend one share is 12 by 5 and into number of shares we have taken as X. So here let me write down this one as X. So cross multiply. So 6 will cancel here 2 times, 6 will go here 50 times, 2 will cancel here 25 times. So then as you cross multiply 25 into 5, if X into 1 is X, 5 into 25, so X is equal to rupees 125. Since X we have assumed as number of shares, so now you can say number of shares is rupees 125. So simple and easy. Now next question that you have is okay, question number 11, the type of question which I told you. Now in question number 11 there are altogether 3 questions. I am doing just one. First one I will do it, the other 2 you can do it easily. They are saying which is a better share, better investment, 3% rupees 100 shares at rupees 87 or 4% rupees 100 shares at rupees 114. So now you have to say out of the two share, which share is a better share. Better means who is going to give you better annual income. So now somebody is coming to you and then asking for your opinion, which share should I go and put my money on? Should I put in this or should I put in this one? So which is going to give me better return? Which is going to give me more profit? That is what the question is telling us. 3% means dividend percent. This is nominal value. This is market value. Dividend percent, nominal value, market value. Now, usual pattern is now I'll find what is the dividend one share, investment, let the investment in both the case be X. That way also can be done. Investment I'll take in both the cases. Let's suppose we are investing the same equal amount of money in this and this. Then let's see at the end who is going to give us better return. Then by looking at the final answer, whichever has a greater income, you'll say that share is better. But that will go very lengthy. There is a shortcut. Now see the shortcut to solve this type of question. Instead of taking investment as X, let the investment in both the shares, let it be equal to the product of the market value of both the shares. So market value of the first share is 87 and the market value of the second share is 140. So I'll write let the investment be 87 into 114. Okay, don't multiply, keep it like this only, keep it inside as in the product form only. 87, see 87 is the market value of the first share and 114 is the market value of the second share. See why are we writing this? You'll see and you'll understand now. Investment in the first share also, let's suppose this much amount of money we are putting here also, this amount of money we are putting in the second share also, and let us see who is giving us better return. Then here it is, annual income in the first share is 3% by market value, shortcut, this is a shortcut formula, 3% of market value, 3 by 87 into the investment in both the share, and our investment is 87 into 114. Okay, this is for the first share. Now going on to the second share, annual income is equal to 4% by market value, 4% of market value into investment, which is 87 into 114. So in both the case, investment has become 87 by 114, there also 87 by 114. Now why I told you to keep it in product form? So that 87 easily you can cancel, 114 will cancel it easily. Now let us see who is giving us better return. 3 into 4 12, 3 into 1 3, 4 and 3 into 1 3. That means the first share is giving you annual income of 342. Let's see what this second share will give you. So 4 into 87, 7 4 28 and 4 8 32, 34. So the second share is giving you 340. Now compare this 348 with this 348. Now who is giving you better return? This is giving you 342, that is giving you 348. So you can say 348 is bigger than this one. So the second share is giving you better return. Since the question is asking which is better investment, so then you will say 4% rupees 100 shares at rupees 114 is better. So because second share is giving you better return. This is a shortcut. Actually the other way of doing it is that investment, first find the dividend one share, then number of share, annual income. So that will go and the final answer also will come in terms of X. For example, it may come X by 10, then it may come X by 12, and then by looking at the two fractions you have to say which is a better return. And the problem with you is many of you don't recognize which is better. Now many people say so 12 is there, this is a bigger one. So actually it is not. The bigger the denominator, smaller the value is. So that is how you have to do. But this is shortcut in case if the question is asked about which is a better return. And yes, a warning to you that in the board exam, very rarely this fourth type of question. I was constantly telling about 4 different types of question in shares and dividend. This is the 4th type of question. Very rarely in ICSE this type of question is asked. But this is the 4th one, which your book also has it. So that's why I am solving it. And I think if we do it this way, it's better. It is easier to solve. Okay, now since almost every question in your books are same, now I want you to try all these questions, wherever you are facing a problem, you can ask, I'll solve it for you. Okay, now let me do one last question. Yeah, all are similar, almost every question that I'm seeing, they're all same. Yeah, a little different is what I'm seeing is question number 20. I'll say only very little, even that is easy, but maybe many of you will not understand the question. So let me do that. Question number 21. A man invests 30,000 rupees. So investment is rupees 30,000 in 15%. So dividend percent is 15%. Rupees 100 shares. So nominal value is rupees 100 and market value is rupees 120. When the shares have risen to rupees 130, he sells out enough shares to buy a cycle for rupees 3900. Now he want to buy a cycle for rupees 3900, and then as he is buying a cycle for 3900, he has to sell some shares so that he can buy the cycle. And the question is asking you now, how many shares he had originally, now what is the number of shares that he has now after selling the share to buy the cycle. Okay, now what I'll do now, I'm not calculating dividend because the question is not asking anything about what is the dividend, what is the annual income, nothing is asked. So I'll only concerned with number of shares. Okay, let me find what is the original number of shares. This is what is the answer to question number 1. The question number 1 is asking you what is the number of shares held originally. Original means initially. So number of shares is investment by market value. Investment is 30,000 and market value is 120. As I cancel, here you are 12, 2, 24, 60, 5, 0. So that means he had 250 number of shares, but now he has to sell the share. Now how many share? He sells the share when the shares have risen to 130. Now when the price of, selling price of one share is selling at rupees 130, not market value. Okay, it is written very clearly that when the price of the share goes to 130, he is selling the share. One share he is able to get 130. Total money that he has to get is 390. So it is a simple unitary method. For 130 rupees, if he has to get 130 rupees, he has to sell one share. To buy the cycle, he has to get 3900. So how many shares he has to sell? So there you are, number of shares that he is selling, that he sold. Again I am repeating, for selling one share he is getting 130, but he has to get 3900 to buy the cycle. So the total number of shares that he has to sell is 3900 divided by 130. As you cancel this, there it is. He sold 30 number of shares, 30 shares he sold. After selling 30 shares only, he will get 3900. Now he can buy the cycle. Now he lost 30 shares, now he sold. Now the second question is asking you, what is the new number of shares? What is the number of shares he still holds? Okay, that is why to answer the second question, new number of shares. Okay, he had 250 shares. He had to sell 30. So how many shares he has now? Simple, 250 minus 30. So now he has 220 number of shares. So all questions in this exercise, they are easy, simple. Okay, first learn the formulas. Again, see the last week's video. I'll put the link in the description. Try to solve the question, and if any question, if you are facing a problem, you can ask me in WhatsApp. You can tell me which number I'll solve it for you and send it. So you finish the exercise also, even though there are 23 questions, but more or less all questions are very similar. If you find any question a little different, which you are not able to solve, you will let me know. Okay, so today this much. See you next time. Okay, bye bye and thank you.